Hello, my fellow YouTubers. This is David with my hydrogen generator. This was from last night. This is still one that's not doing real well. I got one out in the living room that I took one neutral off so it could do better. I just got right in the middle of it. I got down to the last generator, just took that one plate off. Get it screwed up here, and this is how I do it. These bolts here are really just loose. They're just placed in there so the hose will line up. Then you got these here to line up the your power post, okay? And it just makes it a lot easier to line everything up so you don't have to really think, okay, where everything's going. So that's how I do it. And then I take I lay it down here somewhere, which I don't know where. Find something over here. These my cleaning pads, paper towels. How about this thing right here? See if you can. Oop, that won't work that way, will it? Okay, let's try it this way. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm not sure. If it's not doing right, I apologize. So now I'll just take my plates and put neutrals back on. I took a neutral off, and the stuff I'm spraying is rubbing alcohol. It's the I think 90%. And these plates are already clean. I'm just cleaning them off because I took it back apart. Just make sure there's no finger grease on it. And those plates go down out pretty easy. The guides are for, these two guides are for just the neutrals. These guides are for the power plates. And it makes it so much easier to put these things together. And I tore a bunch of these paper towels up like an idiot. Being these plates are really clean, there's no dirt coming off of them. I got a little box over here I put stuff in. Excuse me. I just squirt my towel down and take a gasket and just pull it through so there's no dust or anything. Once your fingers get pretty saturated with that alcohol, you're not going to have any grease on your fingers. So, but that's just a precaution. And then I'll make sure how many plates I got on it. I got 2 plates on top of that power plate. It's going to third. I'm just wiping them off. This one's never had water in it, so it's pretty well clean. I just want to make sure there's no dust on it. Cleaner they are when you put it together. I do believe it runs better if you don't have any body oil on it. And just take and do that. Put your gasket on it, just make sure it's centered real well and off the edges of the plate so it don't pop out when you go cranking down on them. That's 3. There's going to be a little fuzz on the edges of your plate. Don't worry about it because they're not going to be touching anything. Anywho, so here we go. So like I said, it's just rubbing alcohol, cheap stuff. I got it out in the kitchen, and I think it's like $1.50 for 20 ounces. It might be more than that. I'm not sure, so it might be a couple of bucks. But it's well worth it. It lasts a long time, so especially if you put it in a spray bottle, you're not dunking this stuff. So that's 4 plates there. Get my towel back. Put a little bit more alcohol on it. And just do that. And these ones right here, after I get everything together here, I put my other plate on top and just slide it down on that and just crank down on it with some, nuts and washers until it's tight. And, on this plate here, I've got nuts up inside the plastic, so they won't pull out, okay? I took a nut and just heated it up with a rod and just I had drilled a hole and just pushed the nut down into the plastic and left it there until it cooled. And it made a nice place for it, and it makes it a lot easier to put your generators together. A clean cloth. Just wipe it down. It's pretty easy. And put your power plate on that side. You see this ear over here is going down. And then you put on those studs, and it centers everything up. So it's like a no-brainer. You just set the thing on there and go with it, You don't have to check around and do this stuff. As long as you got this gasket right here centered on your plate, the guide's going to do the rest of the work for you. So it's pretty neat. Just make sure this is centered in your plate, even all the way around. And your next plate goes on it pretty easy. Next neutral. And I'll pause this here in a minute because this is very boring. And I'll show you when I put the top on it. When I get to that point. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you all on pause and show you when I put the other thing on, the top part. So let me get hold of y'all and put you on pause. Okay, we are ready to put the top on now. I got it over here cleaned and everything, so I'm going to put you back over here and put the top on, but I'm going to take these pieces here out first. I don't need them on there, so I won't be able to get them off when I put the top on it. This one don't want to come out, so I'm going to have to screw it out. I don't want to pull it up and then the plates come up on it. And then we'll have to start all over again. That's not good. So I'm going to put you all down. And be easier if I do it with two hands. If you all stay right there. Be a lot easier if I do it with two hands. Keep the plates down and pull up on this now. There we go. Okay. And this one right here does not have any nuts inside of it, because then I won't be able to put it together. So now, all you gotta do is line up these outside holes. These are the holes we're going in. Those are where we put it together with the angle iron. And these are just nothing but guides. They're hard to get in them sometimes. They're not always lined up. That's how it goes down, just like that. Then all you gotta do is put your washers and nuts on it to squeeze it a little bit, not a whole bunch, because you're gonna be putting these angle irons on. Let me get things out of the way. I'll be putting these on it on each side, and that's what holds it together with the other bolts I got. These don't hold them together. These are just guides, so I can get them down far enough squeeze it enough where I can turn it on its side and put those angle irons on it. Boring, isn't it? Boring to make one of these things. But in the long run, they save you money on gas. And I'm gonna put it on my car a little bit different this time. I'm not going through the air part intake. I'm fixing to put it on a different part of the car. When I get to that, that's what I'm gonna tell you. And then we'll go from there. See if it works or not, because I think it does work that way. People are not telling the truth about this system, and probably the reason why the government don't want you to have this, for one thing. They don't want you to save gas. They don't want to save money. They want to take all your damn money. So just like they want to bring all the open borders in, just bring everybody in it and legalize and put taxpayers' money out where people don't earn the money. They didn't earn the money. They just want to give the money away. So yeah, I'm against it. I'm really, really against it. So now just torque it down a little bit, just enough. Push down just enough, get a little bit of pressure on those nuts, so the thing will torque down for it. I know that camera's shaking it. Oh well. This is how you do it. To get it started, well, you gotta make sure it's going the right direction. And these ratchet wrenches are nice, so make sure the rod's not turned. You just want to get down far enough we can turn it on its side and put those angle irons on it. It'll all be tight enough right there. It's not even, but it doesn't matter as long as it's got pressure on it. Maybe a little bit more pressure. It's a little bit loose. Okay. Or you know what I need to go down to? I need to go down those 3 3¾ inches. I need to go down to 2 3/4 inches in between the blocks. Okay, now you got it like that. That's how that's done. Then you put your plates on it with your bolts going through the other holes right here. And that's how it stays together. Crank it down to 2 3/4, and which is, let me get my tape, is in between these two plates right here, 2 3/4. You go to half the distance of whatever your, like my rubber washers, these are 1/8 inch thick, so half of that would be a 1/16, and you just divide that in half, and that's what you need to go in, whatever, how much you need to, say it's 1 inch, half of an inch is a 1/2 inch, so all you got to do is press it down to a 1/2 inch, not to the between here, but 1/2 inch from here to here, you got to go down. So that's all you got to do. Okay, that's all I got for you today. I don't even know what time I got going on this, so that's how it looks. And hopefully this took pretty well. If not, I won't be doing it again. So adios. Thank you, YouTube. Let me put this up.